What is something that a ton of people are obsessed with but you just don't get the point of? TikTok. Their logo is great, from a perspective of graphical designer. But from the viewpoint of general humanity, the content is just the epitome of people with shitty content becoming celebrities. As with YouTube and media before it. Not that all of that is that. But somehow it goes like that. Influencers. It's like, how do you not realize that their whole life is a curated work of fiction? But they're hot. Expensive fashion. I like to look good. But I can't understand the mentality that leads someone to spend $400 on a purse. Yeah, I get that the purse is well made. But you are also paying a hefty markup for the brand name. I refuse to wear any clothing that has the brand name highlighted on it. Hollister t-shirts that say, Hollister. Why are you paying to advertise for them? I admire custom, well-made, tailored clothing. But buying it based on being able to show off the brand is crazy to me. Seeing pre-ripped jeans on sale for $700 blows my tiny little mind. Why would anyone buy an already damaged item of clothing? The need for having the newest phone even when you definitely can't afford it or even need it. Because you still have perfectly working phone from previous year. Long-ass fake fingernails. The Kardashians. ASMR, I can't stand that shit. Yup, ASMR does the exact opposite for me. Just makes me want to punch things. Any sports video games from EA. They're just rehashes of the exact same game as last time. There are no new gameplay mechanics. The graphics look the same. Everything about them is the same. Why do people still buy them? That's why I only buy it every other year or so. I can update the rosters on my own. New phones. People will pay thousands for a new rectangle that's maybe a slightly different size or color than their old rectangle. I am a tech dude and I don't understand the high-end phone market. Not enough changes year to year to justify constant purchases. I mean, I try to keep a $200 minus $300 purchase for like 3 to 5 years. It's like the people who need to sell their 2080s because the 2080T is now out. The Office. It has its funny moments. But some people think it's the greatest show to ever appear on television for some reason. I don't think you are allowed to state your opinion on such topics on Reddit. Mumble rap. Black Friday sales. You don't need to trample someone just to get your grandma an HD flat screen. This is controversial, but football. That's soccer to you Americans. There. I've said it. I'm a British man and I just don't get it. What is the appeal? Unfortunately, all other men, and an increasing number of women, seem to be totally obsessed with football. But it just leaves me cold. Oh, I've tried. I've been to matches and enjoyed the atmosphere. But I've no desire to do it on a regular basis. I am officially odd as far as most British men are concerned. But it is what it is. It just does nothing for me. I can't stand it. The IT crowd summed up how I feel about football pretty well. Hooray. He's kicked the ball. Now the ball is over there. That man has the ball now. That's an interesting development. Maybe he'll kick the ball. He has indeed, and apparently that deserves a round of applause. Smoking weed. Part of it is I'm a lightweight. And I have had a good buzz with edibles. And lots of friends are into it. I just don't understand why for some. It's like part of their identity. I drink alcohol. And I get some people don't like it. Or like weed better. But it's not part of my identity. I like beer, wine and liquor. But don't wear beer t-shirts or have bumper stickers or tattoos. I think it stays out as a way to be edgy. Because was illegal. So the people buy the shirts and make it their personality. They end up only hanging out with other smokers because non-smokers judge them or don't want to do the same things. So the thing they have in common with their friends is also just weed. Star Wars. It's treason then. Kids. Those little creatures eat money and then puke it out and are annoyingly loud all the time. And you have to change your entire life. Fuck that. Billie Eilish, her music is pretty average emo. I'm not really familiar with her music bar a couple of songs from the radio, but I've heard she writes a lot of her own stuff, and I like that she isn't being forced into a bikini just to sell music. Agreed. Not a big fan, but she has a gorgeous voice and I like that she wears clothes that make her comfortable. Elon Musk. This and this. No genius. Not overly special. Just a ruthless, hard-working businessman that is power-hungry and desperate for attention. Yup. Everything that guy does reminds me of every selfishly self-absorbed 14-year-old always angling to be cool and quirky in their own clueless way. Back in my school days. Alright, so, asterisk chuckles loudly at their own idea, asterisk my kid's name is, asterisk grins at their own idea, asterisk xa. A she, asterisk looks at you with a big grin that lasts too long, asterisk. Reaction videos. Or unboxing videos. I can't stand them. Social media, everyone I know is consumed by it, says the Redditor. Kidding. I know what you mean. I stopped getting into other platforms after Facebook and I'm only on FB for certain groups that help me with my job. Teacher. I never touched Snapchat, Instagram, or Twitter. Honestly, most of modern society don't get the obsession with streaming yourself. Designer brand clothing. Having a 6-bed house for 2 people. Being obsessed with earning more and more. Don't get me wrong, I want it to be well off. But honestly, much above £70,000 and I start going, okay, what am I spending it on? Quote, reality TV, celebrity worship, social media. Yes, I know Reddit is social media, but it has more of a point in that it is designed to promote discussion. Even if its success is highly varied. Getting drunk to the point you can't remember the night. Spending hundreds on food that's basically the same as a £15 dinner, but more pretentious. If I put my mind to it, I'd probably hit the Reddit character limit with this list. I think it's frightening how many people would disagree with this. Anime. Thanks to that I can't own a katana without being called a weeb sad face. Aw, I see you're a man of culture. Lil Sebastian, do you have an honorary degree from Notre Dame? He's a little horse and he's the best at it? Show some damn respect. You wish you were 5,000 candles in the wind. He's far more accomplished than you, Mayor Icetown. Well, not everyone like calzones, so deal with it. God, the books are a roller coaster. I've never read something where so many important characters that had massive build-ups just die. You literally couldn't have a favorite character in the books because you knew at some point they were going to die. Then HBO took it over because George R.R.R.R. Martin wouldn't move fast enough. They ruined it by turning it into your typical hero always wins show. Posting every detail of your life on social media. You really aren't that interesting. Football. Vaping. Like bruh. Modern pop music. For me it just all sounds the same. And listening to loud, heavy bass music, and modern pop country, sex. I'm glad people enjoy what they enjoy, but it is amazing to see what human beings are willing to go through and risk just to get fucked. That Tiger King thing that swept the nation not too long ago. Also Game of Thrones. I just don't get it. Alcohol. I can legally drink alcohol and never liked it? That's genuinely a good thing. I really like beer but I kinda wish I didn't. TikTok? It's so dumb. I think it depends on what kind of content you watch on TikTok. I really hate lip sync to random songs, and there are also cringy PPL who are trying to seduce PPL with their faces. It's RLLY uncomfortable, by the way. But there are also some funny ass people who just make you laugh so easily. The Kardashians. Why the fuck is anyone interested in these shitty humans? The name sounds good as a brand, I think. I hear about them all the time, but I have never been able to figure out why they are a thing. I am Canadian, so maybe no one wear that kind of shoes in my country. Eating ass. Yeah, it's literally where they shit and you are sticking your mouth on it. It's disgusting. Putting that aside, it doesn't even seem that pleasurable. Get cleaner, women. Life. Animal Crossing. I was never a big fan of that series tbh. Big events in the desert. Coachella, Burning Man. Zero appeal to me. Doing traditional things because tradition. I'm fine with traditional things in general. But some stuff just don't make any sense at all to me, so I get your point. Donating on Twitch or Twitch itself. Donating on Twitch is giving the streamer you like reason to stray a monsieur. I'll personally do small amounts and only ever to one streamer I watch, because I enjoy his content plus Discord channel. Sports. Especially the tribalism associated with the monsieur, like why do Eagles fans hate Patriots fans so bad? And what's with the ripping on Cowboys fans? It's just this weird tribalism thing associated with living within a 100-mile radius of a certain city or state. I know this sounds cliché, but you have to have been a fan to understand. If you're not, that's fine. But it just won't make sense to you. Bubble tea. I think it's disgusting. But it's just my own opinion. It's all fine and dandy if you like it. The one time I drank it I was disappointed. Edit. I might have mistaken the tapioca balls with popping bubbles or gelatin bubbles. I have never tried in tapioca balls, because in Lithuania I haven't seen them. Getting offended. I'm outraged that you would post this. Your outrage is outrageous and offensive to my fuck you nature. Lol. Buying new Jordans anytime they drop and waiting in a long-ass line just to get a raffle ticket to possibly not even get the monsieur. I can't even spend 100 on shoes. Following a professional or college sports team, league. I know guys who don't know how old their kids are, but could tell you stats about every player on the roster. Victim mentality. Anime. I'm not obsessed with anime, but lately I have been preferring it more than IRL shows. The storytelling is just better for me, and I learn more. There's just more value. That's a pretty broad category. I used to disregard the entire art style too, and then I saw some that wasn't trash. Identity politics. The TV series The Big Bang Theory. Get that bazinga shit out of my face. Mukbang videos. Even though sports, drugs, and alcohol all just aren't my thing. I understand why people like the monsieur. What I really don't get is how videos of people making nasty eating sounds became a thing. The West Wing is a show that does a terrible job of covering political power. Magic. The Gathering. I play D&D. I love board games. I love video games, including Slay the Spire and Gwent. I basically have a pretty significant interest in every area, being a nerd except for Magic, which I find tedious and boring. Won't leave out fantastically expensive. Beyonce. I have no problem with people modifying cars unless they start installing super loud speakers in. Blare music and drive down past my house at 3 a.m. I'm tired of having to hear brrrrrmmm. brrrrrmmm 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 when I'm trying to fall asleep. Anime. Japan fetishize monsieur. Why? My partner's shown me some and they aren't that good. Also, Japan sounds miserable with people dedicating their lives to their jobs. Why do so many people think it's a happy fairy land? $5 coffee every day. Facebook, Instagram, social media in general. I do really see the point in taking snapshots of your life to convince strangers that you're always super happy and living your best life. And worse, people see these snapshots and then feel bad about their own lives that don't measure up to these bullshit snapshots of unrelenting fun. I saw a video clip on here ages ago. I'm sure others will remember it. And it was these three tweens at a baseball game or something. Anyway, they all look fucking miserable until one of them pulls out a camera and then they all suddenly pose like they are having the time of their lives. Then back to fucking bored. Why bother? K-pop. I'm not a massive fan of K-pop myself, but my friend loves it. She wasn't very confident about anything she did, and she'd always tell me about how bad she is in how much better this person is than me. Sometime around 2018, one of her friends introduced her to K-pop, specifically BTS, and I've seen her improve ever since. One day she told me about how much their music inspired her to do good and how relatable their lyrics are. They do sing in Korea most of the time, but I'm assuming she reads the subtitles. Love yourself, apparently, was the message they're trying to put out. It stuck with her, and honestly I'm happy for her. If they were able to help her, then I can imagine how many lives they've improved globally. I'm a fan of BTS myself, and I wholeheartedly agree with what you said. The reason why I like them is because they are humble and have used their fame for good, which includes being UNICEF ambassadors and inspiring many people to love themselves, as you alluded to. I can resonate with their words, and they've inspired me to have a more positive outlook on life. A lot of fans have seen their mental health improve after listening to their song and messages, which I think is great. I think they are an amazing influence for the younger generation. It's just music, and people just happen to like some K-pop groups. I don't think it's that different from Western pop and its fans. But I understand the dislike for the over-the-top, obsessed fans. I share that too. Well, the music are fast and the groups has new album every 4 to 5 months. For me, K-pop is SMTH, fresh and unique. Both visual style, great dancing, and vocals are so good. K-pop is not only about BTS or Twice. There are lots of great bands, rappers, and just solo artists. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.